Hello, my name is Alexey Matveev, and in this video I will show you how to monitor web requests with Prometheus Exporters. To start, I want to tell you that request monitoring is available only for Prometheus for Jira in Confluence Lite and Pro versions, and for Prometheus for Bitbucket in the Pro version. For Prometheus for Bamboo and Prometheus for Bitbucket Lite version, web request monitoring is not available. Okay, now let's see what's available out of the box in both the Lite and Pro versions. After you installed Prometheus Exporters, you can go to Expose Metrics, and you will find here such metrics like, for example, let's try it. Yeah, Jira request duration on path, like this. Uh, what is this metric about? This is a histogram metric which contains actually three metrics inside. The first one is bucket. Bucket tells you how many requests puts into a value less than the is seconds. For example, let's take this one, 12. 12 requests were executed for less than 10 seconds. Here we can see it here. Also, we can see the count. See here, count. It means that there were only 12 requests executed to plugins. And also we can see, for example, the sum. We can see the sum, and it means that all requests, all 12 requests were executed for 4 seconds, dot 5. Okay, now let's try to monitor a web request something to projects like this one. Let's call it REST API project, like this. Yeah, see, we've got all projects. Now let's have a look what we've got here in our file. As you can notice, we've got here the REST label, which says that we executed one request because we executed the REST endpoint, right? It was executed for 1 second with something, and there was only one request. So what happened? Why we actually wanted to see that we executed our request to projects, right? But we've got here only the REST URL. So the problem is, or maybe it's not a problem, it's all up to you how you want to set it up, that all URLs are cut to the first level. For example, here in this one is cut because this is the server name and the context path Jira, and then this URL is left. And then only the first level is taken, REST. So you will not see API to project, you will not see it. And it's done for all requests. For example, let's say you're going to this page. So for this page, you will get only the secure label. Let's see if we've got it. If we've got it here. Secure. See, we've got here only secure. That's exactly what we executed over here. Okay, so that's what's available out of the box. Now, let's say you want to monitor more web requests or you want to disable request monitoring, you would need to use the Pro version. Let's start with disabling request monitoring in the Pro version. Here you can see the interface from the Pro version. We can disable request monitoring at all and just push the save button. That's it. Now no requests are monitored. You still have the old ones, but you will not get the new ones. For example, let's say you executed the project again, and then if you go to the rest, you see there are 10 requests, right? Okay, let's try it again. There should be 10 left. Yeah, see, we've got 10 left. So no more requests are monitored right now. The next thing, It's very useful if you want to disconnect request monitoring at all, because request monitoring takes time. And if you don't need it, why to make your Jira, Confluence, or Bitbucket work? You need to save resources for other operations. So don't waste your resources. The next thing, let's say you want to monitor exactly this REST API call. Why would you need to monitor an exact call? For example, you developed your own endpoint and you want to know how long it is executed or how many times users executed it. Or let's say you've got an endpoint which shows to you that Jira is starting to work slowly. You need to do something. You need to do something proactively. Also, you can add your custom REST endpoint. You can monitor it. Or for example, let's say you've got a REST point which you know can freeze your Jira if it starts working very slowly, and you also have to proactively solve this problem. In this case, you can monitor in Grafana or you can set up an alert, up to you. So how to add your own custom REST endpoint or any endpoint, any web requests. It shouldn't be only a REST endpoint. I will show you later. But we will start with the REST endpoint. Let's say I want to monitor this one, REST API to project. We go to settings and add it here. See, save. And now if we call it over here, we can see our label over here. See, we've got new path REST API to project. We can see that it was executed once for less than 1 second, 0.13. So now you can see how many times and how fast it was executed. Another thing is that you still have the REST label, but this REST label will not include metrics for this endpoint. So the REST will contain everything except the REST API to project. That's how it works. Because, for example, if we call it again, as you can see, we've got we called project only once, and we called the REST 10 times. So if we refresh the page, again, we called projects already 2 times, see over here, and we called REST on again 10 times, nothing changed. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's make our example more complicated. Let's say we've got filters here. Let's go here. Yeah, let's say we've got default filters. Can you see, right? We've got default filters, open issues, done, you, and we want to monitor how many times and how long users call them. So how could we do that? All default filters has IDs with less than 0. So this one. Also, you can call filters from different places. But the only common part is this one, is filter equals to minus. That's the only common part. And you can add it as a wildcard. For example, like this. You can put asterisk. Asterisk means any symbol or absent of any symbols in the URL. So basically right now we will monitor all URLs which got the filter equals to minus in it. Let's try it. Save it. Now let's try to open our filter. Let's open our metrics, and you can see it now here. See, we started to monitor default filters. Now we know that it was executed 2 times, so that's the time of execution. Now these are the buckets. Okay, good. Let's make it more complicated. Let's say that we've got open issues filter over here, and we want to monitor it separately from other default filters. So there must be 2 buckets. The first one with all default filters except the open issues, and the other bucket which contains only open issues. How to do that? You can see that the open issues filter has -5 ID, right? So that's why we can do it like this. We go here and add a URL pattern like this. equals to -5. Save it. Now let's execute it. Let's have a look. And as you can see, we've got here our pattern. See, we executed it 2 times. We the total execution time is 1 second, .62. So we now started to monitor open issues separately. We can check it. For example, let's say -5. Let's find field. Here it is. It's been, you see, 2 times. So let's try to call it again. Now reload it. We still see that filter with asterisk. All filters except open issues is still executed 2 times, but this one executed 4 times. Okay, so how it works, and in other you can ask a question, for example, that this URL actually it satisfies both of these conditions, to this one and to this one. How Prometheus Exporter chose this one, right? The reason is that this pattern has more symbols inside. For example, let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 symbols. It's got 8 symbols. But this one, it's got 8 symbols. That's why this pattern was chosen, because it's got 9 symbols inside the pattern itself. That's all for today. I hope you like this video. Thank you.